Hello, my name is Kat Rambo, and I work with thought leaders, business professionals, and spiritual entrepreneurs to bring you ideas that elevate your life. Today, I have the enormous honor to introduce to you the Anita Scott. She has affected thousands of lives in her work in spiritual healing and guidance through an endless cornucopia of indigenous and traditional disciplines, as well as modern perspective practices. She has graciously agreed to come and join us today to talk to you about her new web class series, starting with the topic of how to increase our sense of spirituality in our lives. So I love this topic. You teach and lecture around the world on so many topics. Why did you choose this one to start with?
It's our foundation. Our spiritual practices are our foundation until we start living a spiritual life. So the practices come first. The practice is how to daily live it, how to live that spiritual life. At first it's a practice. At first it takes a little bit of discipline, but then it becomes your life.
Awesome, I love that. I feel like this topic affects every area of your life. Relationships and work performance.
It changes everything. It changes how you relate to others. It changes if you are in a personal relationship, how you are in that personal relationship. It changes your finances. It changes the way you view the world and the way the world views you, all through the change of your mind through these practices.
So I would like to learn to live with more peace and happiness in my daily life. What is it that you think that prevents people from feeling connected and at peace right now?
Very simple. They're focusing on the things that they really don't want. They're focusing on temporary distractions, temporary illusions, instead of focusing on the inner truth, the inner consistent truth. And that's what ends up happening. And so they'll focus on something, they'll start using that as an excuse, and then they forget about this beautiful truth that's inside of them.
Won't you share with us now maybe a tip or a trick or a practice to help us with that right now?
Very simple. What I do is I start early in the morning. What I do is I focus on my eyes and I start doing a prayer. And the prayer would be, God, you are all I see. Your love is all there is. I see only through your eyes. I do the same with my ears. And I go, you are all that I hear. You are the loudest voice in my head. And I start giving myself compassion by giving myself a nice little massage. And then I go into my heart space and into my gut. And I go, you are the divine. I love you so much. And it's all about self-compassion early in the beginning of the day. When you start giving yourself love, it's easy to love others.
Wow, it sounds like an amazing way to set the tone for the whole day.
Yes, it is.
I can imagine living that way every day.
It's awesome.
So is that the main crux of the class? Like, what is it that you want your participants to get out of the class?
The release of suffering. Once you feel whole in yourself, you can then see oneness in everyone. You start looking at others without the eyes of separation and more with the eyes of oneness. And this is going to change all aspects from helping heal this world. It first starts within you. So that's the main topic that I want to go into the spiritual practices for. The spiritual practices are going to help with that, are going to help you to see oneness. Oneness first with you and your relationship to the divine, and then the oneness with everything else, realizing that there is no separation.
Wow, what a nice topic. I know that a lot of people right now are dealing with a lot of difficult transitions in their life, and this sounds like a wonderful way to learn as much as possible with ease in these types of experiences.
Yeah, you don't have to suffer through all the transitions.
I love that. So I know I have 10,000 questions. So I saw in your class that you're doing a live Q&A session?
Yes, and I'm so excited about it because I love answering questions. That's like the best thing ever. And it's because it gets very personal. And so the people that ask me questions, I just want you to be aware that the answers are going to be very much directed towards you, because you, remember, is everybody in the group. So in healing that aspect that you're asking, you're going to be healing the whole group, which is the intention of the whole series. The whole series is about oneness, and first it starts with the spiritual practices.
I love that. So I know that having access to you like that. Normally, your sessions for an hour usually cost $175 US. So I saw that your flyer said that this whole class, 2.5 hours, is only $121. Can you explain why that price is so low?
Well, the price is low because I want everybody to have the access to do it. The 121 is a spiritual number. It talks about the spiritual journey. And so I'm helping you see your spiritual beauty, that journey into the beauty of you. That's why the price is 121. Also, there's a beautiful thing about giving and receiving, giving and receiving. And what we're doing right now is we're not breaking that cycle of giving and receiving. So you're giving and receiving at the same time. I want you to be comfortable with doing that. Giving and receiving, giving and receiving. And so that's why I'm doing it at this price, because I want everybody to be comfortable with that.
Oh, I love that. Is there anything else that you'd like to share about this class or about the upcoming series?
Well, the upcoming series is going to be very cool. So not only are we going to talk about spiritual practices, but I'm going to be showing a lot of different things that you could do. So I have a lot of background in shamanism and in different types of things, and I want to show people how to use their voice. I want to show you how to change energy instantaneous. I'm going to give you everything I could possibly give you with so much love. And this is I want us all to be abundant. So this is gonna change your abundance. It's gonna completely change your finances. It's gonna change your abundant way of thinking, your abundant way of receiving and giving love. So it's gonna be amazing. And again, it's gonna create this oneness. And as the group stays like this, in creating more oneness, we're going to become a pillar for Mother Earth, sending this huge healing, because we're healing ourselves and also healing Mother Earth at the same time.
That sounds amazing. You have such a variety of different sets of knowledge and experiences, especially the shamanism. That sounds fascinating. I can't wait. So what is the best way to reach you to find out more about this class? Do you have a Facebook?
Yes, I do. So it's Love Is Not Suffering Anita is my Facebook. My Gmail is Love Is Not Suffering Anita @gmail, and my Instagram is it's very much lined like that. Just so I remember, and it's easy for everybody just to get a hold of me. And then once you send me a message, and if you want like a private consultation with me, we can set that up, but just send me a message first.
So Love Is Not Suffering Anita. That's what you need to know. Gmail, Facebook, Instagram.
Yes.
Perfect. Cool. Well, I'm looking very much forward to this class in a few days. Thank you so much for sitting here and sharing with us.
Thank you.
And I can't wait to be able to extract all this information from you over the course of the series. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.